Right, I have got a 2011 Mercedes Vito with an ABS fault, and I'll show you the fault code because it's quite a common one really. 4260 component valve relay incorrectly functions. Now, all my checks have turned out perfect. I've got powers and grounds, 5-volt reference, can highs, can lows, everything to the pump. But, however, when you look at your wiring diagrams, pin 3 and pin 2 on the ABS pump is going straight up to 2 fuses. I've got a back probe there, and we are getting 12 volts. Again, however, when you plug the ABS pump back in, it drops down to 5 volts. Again, however, and this is the part where everybody gets mixed up between voltage and current. They're two different things. Even though I'm getting voltage there, from there to there, I'm not getting the right current. So I'm suspect there's a broken wire between the ABS pump and the fuse box. So I will show you one thing. Now bear with me because I'm going to try and do this one-handed just to show you. Now, if you don't know what these are, do not use them because you will end up blowing stuff up. Now all I'm going to do now is just put some power with my power probe, and you will see that graph jumping up to 12 volts, and where it says valve relay not okay, it'll shoot up to okay. And there we go, just like that. And have we fixed the fault code? Let's have a little look. And the fault code is still there because we haven't erased it, so I'll just get and erase it now. And there we go, no fault codes detected. Now the hard work start. I've got to trace the wiring loom back now to the fuse box and find the broken wire. I'm not going to show you and make it easy for somebody else. Anyway, let's get it sent. Right, let's go back to this Vito from yesterday. Glorious morning, look at the sun shining through. Anyway, now yesterday in the video I said between the ABS pump and the fuse box there is a broken wire. Now a lot of you said run a new wire from the fuse box straight to the pump. That's what I was going to do, and there would have been nothing wrong with that repair whatsoever. But I do like to find the fault if I can. Spend 20 minutes or so, just have a little look around and see what you can find. So I have followed the wiring loom from the module, ABS pump, all the way along, looking for breaks, chafing or anything like that. And I follow the wiring loom all the way around the front panel. Now I don't know whether you can see it, but that little bit of green there, that doesn't look very good. So I cut the insulation off the wiring loom itself, and I found the faulty wire. Now for Mr. Magoo saying yesterday that I set faults up, yeah, look at that buddy, I fully set that one up, didn't I, pal? Now let's get it repaired. So what I'm going to do is just cut about 1 inch off each side of the cable and check the condition of the wiring. So I've now bared the wires back and they look perfectly healthy for a repair. Let's get a piece soldered in. Now before you go putting any wire in it, you've got to make sure that it can carry the correct load. Otherwise, if it's too thin, it will just act as a fuse and it will melt out, causing all sorts of problems. Anyway, let's get this soldered in. And that is the first side repaired. I don't know whether you can see it. Let's put some heat shrink on it. And there we go, that is one wire repaired. Let's get it all tidied up and taped up nicely. Just like that. Anyway, however, I am not going to leave that wire just flopping around. I'm going to secure it. But anyway, let's get it all plugged back in and see if it is working. Now for those of you that watched yesterday, when I back probed into the red and white wire, I was dropping down to 5 volts. Now bearing in mind the battery is a little bit low because I've had the ignition on quite a while. The valve relay set okay, valve relay voltage reading exactly the same as a multimeter. Job repaired. Let's get it sent.